Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining me for another beer review. Happy Easter to you all. Not that I really give a shit about Easter anyway, but happy Easter anyway, if you are ones that sort of celebrate it. And we've sort of got an Easter kind of beer, really, that we're looking at now. And this was picked up from Sainsbury's. It's part of their Taste the Difference range. And we are taking a look at their Hop Cross Bun Ale. It's in a 500ml bottle. It's coming in at 4.5%, and it's a seasonal edition, obviously, and it cost £1.65, so not expensive. Quite an eye-catching kind of label. This is brewed and bottled by Hall and Woodhouse, Dorset, England. So yeah, there's the old Taste the Difference bottle cap thing, if you like. So let's get it cracked open, get it into a glass. Now, I'm going to bang it in the old Bass glass. I fancy using that one again. Let's get it cracked open and see what we get. Now, it was out the fridge for a while. I did pop it back in there. But it's an amber ale, so it doesn't need to really be cold, but I'd probably prefer a bit more chill on it. There we go. It's a little bit lively. I'll give you a little bit on the back as well. Amber ale with subtle spice flavours. An easy drinking beer with robust bready notes brewed in the heart of Dorset. The toasted malt base provides hints of caramel, dried fruit, producing colour and flavours reminiscent of hot cross buns. So there we go. It does say subtle hints of nutmeg and cinnamon on the bottle. So there is a little bit left in there. Let's take a look at it in a glass. Yep, it's amber. It's sort of amber stroke, sort of caramel sort of colour, if you like. Gentle bubbles going up, not an awful lot in there. We got a compact finger of slightly off-white head. Does look a little bit fluffy. Sort of looks like the sort of head that's going to disappear pretty quick. But let's crack on with the review. Dive in with the nose, see what we get. Yeah, first thing that hits me is the hops. It's that typical sort of bitter, if you like, sort of hop aroma. Unlike, shall we say, the Tiny Rebel ESB. Hoppy. A little bit of a fruity note in there. You're getting the spice. I wouldn't say you'd necessarily pick out the aroma as nutmeg or cinnamon, but you're getting a spice feel in there. And yeah, there's almost a malty, doughy kind of thing on the nose, but it smells nice. It smells nice. I love the hop aroma as well. I love that sort of bitter aroma. It smells decent. Anyway, it's about 12:30, something like that. It might not even be that, actually. It might only be about 12 o'clock, but sod it. Let's dive in and have a taste. Hop Cross Bun Ale. Cheers, everyone. Okay, yeah. For starters, I'm just going to say it's doing exactly what it says. Now, I'm going to try and be as honest as possible in this review, as I always am. But this one is going to come down to personal taste. Certainly is where I'm concerned. So let's crack on. Body-wise, a typical sort of average sort of bitter kind of body, if you like. It's not heavy, it's not wishy-washy, but it is quite light. It's only 4.5%, remember. The carbonation's nice. There's a bit in there, but not too much that it roughens up the mouthfeel, but it does give it a little bit more, sort of brings the beer to life a little bit. Nice and smooth, nice and soft, which I like. So far, it's doing a really good job of what it's trying to be and of the quality of the beer. On the taste, I mean, there's a couple of things coming through at the same time, but I'm going to say, to start off with, you get that caramel note, you get the malty note, there is that little hoppy bite in there, you get the sort of fruity, dried fruit kind of thing going on, that sort of dark fruit as well, not massively dark fruit, but that sort of raisin sultana kind of thing, if that makes any sense. Now, I'm not a big raisin sultana fan, so this is where my views are going to be a little bit different personally, but there is a little bready feel to it as well. I mean, what it does exactly what it says on the bottle, really. Hot cross bun ale. You do get that maltiness. All right, maybe you don't get sort of caramel and that, but you do get that sort of raisin fruitiness. The beer feels sort of bready in the mouth. The spice thing is in there. You do get the spice, but I wouldn't say you necessarily pick it out as sort of nutmeg and cinnamon. But you do get that spice edge to it. I mean, I'm not one who likes hot cross buns, but for me, that represents what a hot cross bun is. Don't get me wrong, it's not it's not like a blitzed up hot cross bun in a bottle, but you get the elements of what one is. 4.5%. Drinks bang on. You wouldn't argue with the percentage in there. This beer does exactly what you want it to do, which is that. For me, that fruity note, if you like, that raisin sort of thing, or dried fruit thing is what it says, isn't it? Dried fruit doesn't do it for me, because the dried fruit thing is just not something I enjoy eating, or, you know, like I said, I don't eat hot cross buns, I don't like raisins, I don't really like currants or anything. And you really pick them up in this beer because it's a bit lighter. I think if you're getting them sort of things in a stout, a heavier stout, it's fine because it's a bit more hidden. I think it's quite prominent in this. Some of you might say, well, I didn't really get that, but personally, maybe because I'm not a massive fan of that kind of thing, I'm picking it up more than maybe some others will. But in all honesty, what I can tell from this beer is that it's a well-brewed beer. I think that's pretty tasty. The only thing that puts me off really is that fruitiness, but it doesn't offend me massively. It's just something I wouldn't necessarily go back to pick up and buy just because of that. Aside from that, it's a very decent beer, and it's a well brewed beer. So for me, hot cross bun ale, although not 100% to my sort of tastes, I think it's a well brewed beer, and at £1.65, that is a massive bargain. So yeah, if you're quite partial to a hot cross bun, give it a go. If you can still pick it up, I'm sure you'll probably be able to find it somewhere. If you've had it before, let me know what you think. Feel free to comment. Thank you all for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Don't eat too much chocolate and throw your guts up. And I'll see you again soon on another beer review. Cheers.